Welcome to the third part of this presentation. During uh, the other part, we saw that we could not see the transaction. So, what was the issue? That what we were seeing is the transaction hash, which is 10 digit. So, what happened is that I can show you what happened is that we hash the method uh, and then we take the first 7 digits using this utility, and from there, uh, if we run this code, we'll get this. So it happened that I thought my recording tool was working, but for some reason it has stopped. So I did this part. So I'll just explain what happened. So the next thing that we wanted to do is to deploy the collection. So this is the fake NFT collection that we will use to fill the orders that are made. So to deploy this, you activate this part. So I already did this. So you just activate this part by selecting this part, and then uh, you you press the forward slash, but of course you have to comment this part. So that part is completed. So we deployed and we got the address, and then we had to take the address to this point, and then from there we go ahead to now connect to the deployed connection, and there are some settings that we need to do. So there are two ways to do this connection. You can use get contract at, or you can use the attach method. So we need to set the maximum supply, the number of NFT you have. We need to set the price of the NFT, and we need to set the maximum mint amount, and we need to enable minting. So I hope I explained how the how the collection works. So all we needed at this stage was to deploy the collection. The next thing you need to do now is mint the NFT. So we'll also do this from a different user tool. So the first thing we need to send to this user the payment tokens, and then the next thing we need to do is to approve the exchange to use tokens. We need to mint 20 of them. So we set a slightly higher amount. So that has been successful with these 4 commands. So now we move to the last part. So now at this part, we need to sign the message and fill the sell order. So what do we need in the sell order? So if we check from the deployed collection, we check this method. So what we need is payment amount. This is optional. We need to the seller, the person who is selling the NFT, the source contract, the ID of the contract, the start time of the offer, the expiration of the offer, the price, the quantity, the block at which it was created, the payment, ERC20, the signature, and the buyer. So now the buyer is the person who has traced the offer. Now the seller wants to fulfill that offer. So what we do now, we need to sign this message because the signature is needed. So to verify whether this works, I got this smart contract that I got from the main contract. So we just want to verify that we have the right signature before we go ahead to pass the fill order transaction. So what we'll do at this, we will deploy this, and then we will try to verify the signature with this and check whether it is valid. So to create the signature, we have this code. So we use a method. Here's the method that we use to create the signature. Signed type data, this is typed data. So we need to use this method where we pass the domain, the data type, and the values. So we have that in a different file. So the domain is made up of 4 fields: the name of the contract and the version, the ID, and the verifying contract. So for this, all that was provided is these two. That's why we don't need to include everything. So if we check the fill order method, so we check we under the fill order method we have this verification method, signature verification method, and if we check this, we can see we have the domain separator, and this is at the beginning of the smart contract, and you can see we only have these two. So that's what we'll need in this file, sorry, in our signing file. Then we'll need the type. So here you pass the name, and the data type. These are the variables that we'll be passing, and then you pass the values. So with this now, we are ready to create the signature. We then export all these values, and with that we can be able to access them from this file. I'll take a break at this point, and then we can do the final part.